Hey guys, Henry here from Product Creation Formula. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to really make your PLR ebook stand out from the crowd. But I want to do this in a bit of a different way today. What we're looking at doing is turn this into a two-part mini course. Now before we go ahead and do that, I just want to let you know, here at Product Creation Formula, we love to give you tips and tricks to help you create your products quickly and easily. Along with that, we also do product reviews, as well as tips on how to make money online. So if that's the sort of thing that interests you, how about you smash that like button, as well as subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Okay guys, let's go check it out. Hey guys, welcome to part one of how to make your PLR ebook stand out from the crowd. Now, what we're going to be covering in this particular part of the course is we're going to be looking at changing the page color, the title, as well as the headings, and also table of contents, and also the content itself. And part two, we'll go a lot more deeper into how to format it and make it really stand out. Okay, so let's get straight into this one. First thing we need to do is change the title. I hate the title, so we'll just get rid of that altogether. Delete that. Click on here, triple click on that, delete that, it's gone. Get rid of the image, get rid of that, and what we need to do is I'm going to call that one Sales Funnel Ninja. I already know what we're going to be calling it, so what I plan on doing now is changing the color of the page. That is the first step we're going to be doing. So we're going to go over here to Design, and over here you can choose a color palette. By default, you've been given this one, the Office one, and then or this one here, whichever one it happens to be. I'm personally going to be choosing either warm blue or just straight blue. I think I might just choose straight blue. And then what I plan on doing is grabbing this particular color palette and grabbing that particular color right there. And that will change the entire color of my ebook. So what I'll also do is get this and make that black. I might even make that a dark blue, to be quite honest. So go over here to Home, go here. I might even make that a dark blue color. Yeah, I'll keep with the dark blue color, I think, and that will do. We'll go dark blue. In fact, I might even change. Oh no, I'll do that later on in the next part of the video. Alright, so we'll take that down, and that's perfect. Now what I also want to do is create a second page. Now I might grab the legal page from the other ebook, which let me show you what a good ebook looks like. A good ebook has a beautiful funnel, it has a beautiful sales page here, or I should say, a good ebook has a beautiful cover page. And as you can see, this was all done in this part of the book. Now I've got here Sales Funnel Ninja, slice through your competition. I have added a little ninja there with a funnel and certain things inside the funnel and some money pouring out at the bottom. And then you got this here, another image just here, the blue content. And as we scroll through, you can see we've got a little image there. You don't have to stick with just one image, you can have several if you wish to, just to make it pop. I've got an image here to the left of the text, which is really cool. And then as you go down, you can see I've got more images here. This one here has columns, and you can have you can have an image there, you can have an image down here if you wish to. It is up to you. As you scroll through, you can go along and have a look at what they have. And as you can see, I've got an image to the left of the text. Got more columns coming up. There we are. And as you can see, it just really stands out. This one's actually inside the text, so it's over to the right of it. And it just makes it really stand out. And I'm also going to be doing these note pages. And I'll be showing you how to do all of this as well. And here we have it. And I've chosen to have the extra note pages there just to give extra value to my customers. Okay, so that's a good PLR ebook. It's not fully finished yet. I've still got a little bit more to go with it, but that's not bad. So let's now go and grab the legal page. Just going to scroll down to where the legal page is. All I'm going to do is just highlight over the top of this and just take all of this and add this to the page. So I'm just going to do Control C, and I'm now going to go back up the top here. Actually, we're going to take it to another page, go down one, and go Control V. And hopefully I can take that to the next page without any problems, and it is done. Now, next thing I want to do is go up here, and we're going to be adding a cover image. First thing we need to do is go over here to Insert, we go over here to Picture, and we're going to be going to Online Picture. So we click on that. And first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to type in here desk and computer. So we can hit enter. And we'll look for something with a bit of a lighter background. It just makes the words stand out a bit easier. It makes it a bit easier to do. If you're not having to fight against other colours, you're going to be much easier. It's going to be much easier for you. Alright, so let's keep scrolling until we find one that we like. So just keep going. That's nice. That's one I might consider. And oh, I like this one. I like this one the best so far. So I'll highlight that one. Yeah, preferably not to have too many, having it too cluttered. Alright, so I think that one will do. I'm just going to insert that into that page just there. And as you can see, it's now in the top of the page. Now, first thing we're going to need to do is we're going to have to right click. We're going to have to go here to Word, Wrap Text. And then we're going to have to go Behind Text. Now, the reason we have to do that is so as we can reposition this to where we want it. So I'm going to highlight, I'm just going to make that really huge, drag that across. And then once I've got it most of the way down the page, what I do is I'm going to grab that little dot and just drag it down to the bottom. And there we have it. It's now covering the entire ebook, where the majority of the computer is off the page, and we now have a beautiful image that can be more centralized. Okay, so that gives the idea that we have a computer there. Okay, we drag that down just a little bit further, and we have an awesome image. Now, next thing we need to do is we need to go along and change the titles inside all of these areas here. Keep introduction the same name, and we can now go over here to chapter 1. Now it says here, be in charge of the buying process. So I think what I would do in this particular case is highlight over the top of this, delete that, and say take charge. And also over here, if you may or may not be aware of this, let's just go to this one where it's got a capital A and a small a, and a little drop down arrow. We click on that. We can go capitalize each word. And there we have it. So we can also go do that again for these ones. Capitalize each word, and there we have it. So, and then you can go through and you can change up all of these. It starts at the squeeze page, and you can say, let's start. With the squeeze page. The landing page. Change my mind to landing page. Let's start with the landing page. There we go. See? So it says the same thing. It's just it has changed the name. Present a directly related paid product deal. So we can say show a related Paid product deal. There we go. And you just go through and you change the titles up as you go through. Have a read of the book, so if the title doesn't make any sense, you can then read through, understand what it's about, and this way you can do it all there. Now, I'm not going to bore you by doing all this in front of you. I'll do this now, but I'll pause the video while I'm doing it, and we'll come back in a moment. Okay, now that we've done that, let's go down and add a couple more pages to this. Now, another thing I might do right now, before we go any further, is to make the text a little bit bigger, just to make it stand out a bit more. What size is that text? That's 24. So let's make this main text about a size 16. Now that'll be nice. It's always a nice size to have, easier on the eyes. And if you choose to put it into Amazon, then you'll find that you can make it a large size print. And you can do that all through the entire book. So I'm not going to bore you, I'm just going to pause the video while I do that. Okay, we're back. Now one other thing we want to do is add the title to the page. Now to do that, we need to go over here to Insert, and then we're going to go here to Shapes. I'm going to click on that. We're going to have to grab this button here that says Text Box. I'm going to click on that, and we're going to left click and drag it right across the page like that. Now it'll show up with a white box, but don't let that worry you, because I'll be showing you how to get rid of all that shortly. Now one thing we want to do is maybe go back to the home section now, and we're going to go down here, and I'm going to be making that say 48. Now I'm going to change that from New Times Roman to Arial Black. I'm going to say here, call this one Sales Funnel Ninja. That will do. Now I'll grab that maybe a little bit wider. There we are. And I might even capitalize that, the entire word. So I'll just go uppercase. We'll expand that just a tiny bit more until it fits in. Other than that, I'll have to just go, no, I changed my mind. It's not going to fit, so I'm just going to go capitalize each word. Centralize that, and there we have it. Now next thing we're going to need to do, to bring that in just a little bit so it's not too far out, is maybe we'll change the color of the actual background here. So let's go over here to Shape Format. Let's make that a nice dark blue color. And you see how I've got white writing and dark blue color, so let's do something a bit with this writing here. So let's go to the home section here. Now where you see where you've got this highlighted area just here, this particular one which is like a glowy letter, let's click on the little downward arrow there, and let's go here to Outline. Now what I would really like to do is to put an outline that's maybe a lighter color, or maybe black. Let's have a look at what black's like. And then what we can do is go down here. We can also, sorry, with this one here, we go here, go to Outline, and go here to Weight. And let's make that a bit thicker, just so as it stands out and makes it pop. So in this particular case, we're going to be calling it 2 1/4 points. And as you can see, that really makes it pop. I can also change the background format color to another color just to make it really stand out. But then we'll need to change the color of the letters as well, so as it stands out. And there we have it. We can just make this do whatever we want. So going back to design, I think I like the color of this background. I think I like this one to be a darker blue color. I like that best. You play around with it till you find what you like. And that's what I like. I think I'll just keep it with that. You can also click on this and we can rearrange the shape of that. Put it down like that so as it stands out. Now another thing we can do is, want to have a look at, we can add more images here. But before we do, let's now move on to changing the actual table of content. Now let's go over here. What I'm going to do is, with all the table of content, the first thing we need to do is make sure that all the table of contents are heading 1. So what I do plan on doing is going back over here to design. I'm going to be changing the color palette back to office for a minute. I've done that for a reason, and it'll change everything up, but I'm doing that for a reason. Now, with all of the headings, what I want you to do is go over here to the home section and call them heading 1, centralize them, make them 24, change them to say whatever you want. I'm going to change these here to Roma. Click on that, and you do that with all of them. I'm going to be making that bold, and I'm going to be making that black. And just make sure that all of them are heading 1. So every heading has to be heading 1. So making sure it's heading 1, bold, Roma, size 24, and centralized. Now, I'm not going to bore you with it and making sure it's bold. I'm just going to go through and finish this process up right now. Okay, we're back. Now's the time we have to go changing the table of contents. To do that, all I'm going to do is highlight over the top of the table of contents. I'm going to delete that. Bring this back down a little bit. And right in that little gap just there, we're going to be going over here to reference. And over there, we go over here to table of contents. We hit the drop down arrow just there. And I would strongly suggest you either choose 1 or 2. I'm going to suggest grab 1. And then I'm just going to highlight, hit that down till it goes on to the next page. And we're now ready to move on to the next step. You see, this has now added everything that is in your ebook. And as you can see, you've also expanded the size of your ebook from 20 pages to over 30 pages now. So you can make this a little bit larger if you wish to by going here to home, increasing the size of the font, and this way it fits nicely. There we are. And that now becomes a clickable table of contents if you decide to do an ebook in Amazon KDP. So there's that. Or even if you decide to make sure it was easier for your customers to be able to find what it is they're looking for. Okay, so now that we've done that, let's move on to changing the actual content. Okay, so here we are at Quillbot. Now, my strong suggestion would be go for Quillbot. Oh, hang on, before we go any further, let's bring this back to the original color by going here to design, go to palette, change the palette to blue. There we are. We're back to where we were now. Now, my strong suggestion would be to go down here, leave your legal page as is. I'll leave a copy of the legal page down below. You can have that for free. And you can use it in pretty much any one of your ebooks. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight over the top of this and grab hold of all of the text inside my introduction, and I'm going to now change that up. Copy that, place that straight into here, Control V, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit paraphrase. In just a moment it will create the rewritten version of this. Now I have it as a premium one, and I also have it set right there, which is what I find to be the perfect type of writing for me. I usually use the standard writing, and I find that this is perfectly fine. I won't read what it says just for the sake of speed. I'm not going to bother editing, but that I would strongly suggest that go through it, and if you want to change some things up, you'll find that the writing here in blue will match the writing over here. So you might want to change some of this blue writing up so as it becomes different to over here. If you want 100% different, then that's what you can do. Now if you want to see what the difference is between this text and this text, what you do is click on there, and you'll see what the word count is, how much has actually been changed. It says 47% in this case, but in this particular case, that's probably all we need right now. So I'm just not going to bother trying to change it up too much more. If I was, I would then change some of these words here, go through all the sections that are highlighted in blue, and I would change some of that up so as it becomes more unique. But for the speed of the video, I won't be doing that. So I'm just going to hit copy, and I'm now going to go back to my ebook, which is this one here. And as you can see, that's the introduction. I'm now going to go Control V, and I'm just going to take away some of this white space, some of these gaps that are here, because Quillbot does tend to add a few more spaces than it probably needs, and it does tend to make it a bit wider, but that's not a big issue, to be perfectly honest. So that has changed that up, and then all you need to do is rinse and repeat. Just do that again and again and again for all of your chapters. Now, it can only do up to 10,000 characters, so if you expect to be able to grab the entire ebook in one fell swoop and pop it straight into Quillbot, that won't happen because they only like having 10,000 characters at any given time. So let's go back up the top here, delete all of that text, and we just Control V, place that in there, hit paraphrase, and that will write over the top of all this. This will get rid of all the text over here, and it will rewrite the text here. And once it's finished, we can then highlight, copy it, and pop it straight into the ebook. As I said, for the convenience of the video, I won't be changing too much of around, but just to show you how it's done. Okay, let's have a quick look here. Advanced or more enhanced, the one-time offer, or the one-time offer, let's just go click on that, and when it says the one, you can say maybe not that one, related, let's go to related, pertains, correspond to the main product. Yeah, you can go correspond. Okay, that works well. And you can go through here, sales funnel. Yeah, let's have a look at that. I don't know if it'll come up with anything. Sales pipeline, marketing funnel. You could choose to call it marketing funnel. Click it on that. It changes it up, and as you can see, it does change it up substantially. So I'm just going to copy all of that text and pop that into the next one. So all you need to do once again is just rinse and repeat. Are we up to chapter 2? Yes, or chapter 1. Yes, we are. Control V. And oops, that centralized it. But that's okay. Let's go back to home. We move that to the left. Highlight over the top of all this. Move everything to the left, and we'll just keep going. As I said, rinse and repeat. It's really an easy process, and just keep doing that all the way through until your entire ebook is completely changed. So I'm going to pause the video while I do that. Okay, now we're back. One of the things that I will say is, when it comes to editing on Quillbot, I would highly recommend that you do change some of these up so as you have a much higher chance of getting passed through Copyscape. Now, if you have got a Copyscape account, I would strongly suggest you use it. Otherwise, Grammarly has a free version you can use as well. There are a lot of different there's a lot of plagiarizing sources you can choose from that you can then compare the two and see whether or not it is considered plagiarized. However, if you can do 70% or more that is changed up or changed around, and it passes Copyscape or passes one of those other plagiarizing sites, then you're going to have no issues whatsoever. So I would suggest maybe change it up around about 70% or more. Okay, so that's all there is for this particular video. If you like this video, please make sure you stick around for video number 2, which will probably be getting uploaded tomorrow. So If you like this video, please consider smashing the like button as well as subscribing and hitting the bell icon so you can be notified whenever we upload more videos. Hey, if you like this video, please consider sharing as well as leaving a comment down below. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thanks now. Bye for now.